Hi guys, welcome once again to Irene's Kitchen. Today we are going to be baking a cake. We are going to be making a cake without using an oven. So this one is going to take into consideration those people who do not have an oven. These are the ingredients that we are going to be using in making our cake. We have 1 tablespoon of vanilla essence. We have half a cup of cooking oil. We have 1 cup of sugar. We have 3 cups of self-raising flour. We have half a tablespoon of margarine. We have cinnamon, which is one full teaspoon. We have salt, huge amount of salt. This one we're going to be using it in insulating our pan so that the cake does not burn before it cooks. Then we have 3 eggs that we're going to be using. We also have half a glass of milk that we're going to be using. So this is the pan that we're going to use in baking our cake. So we are not going to put our cake in an oven. We can easily bake a cake without using an oven. Now we are getting our ingredients ready for the cake. We are going to start with the dry ingredients first. So I'm going to sieve my flour. So our flour is ready. We are going to be adding our cinnamon to the flour. We add cinnamon to the flour and add the sugar and mix them well. So I am going to mix my cinnamon and sugar and the flour until everything is well incorporated. I usually add cinnamon to my flour when I'm making the dough ready for the cake because I don't like the smell of eggs in my cake. So this one usually helps in neutralizing that smell. So that is why I add the cinnamon. The mixture is ready and well. So we are going to mix the wet ingredients on the other side as well. I'm going to start off with the eggs. I will have my eggs first. Then now we are going to whisk our eggs. We whisk our eggs. We whisk until we get a foamy look like this one. Then we are going to be adding our milk. We add our milk and keep on whisking. After getting such a mix, the eggs and milk, they have really mixed well. We are going to add our cooking oil. Then we continue whisking until we get the cooking oil well mixed with the other ingredients. That is the milk and the eggs. And it gives us a foamy mixture. So once it's ready, we are going to add our vanilla essence. We add our vanilla essence. Once we are sure that everything is well mixed, we are now going to be adding our flour into the wet mixture that we have. We are adding our dry ingredients. Then we keep stirring as we add. So as we add the flour, we keep on stirring. So we mix it very well, ensure that we get a very nice, well mixed dough for our cake. So our dough should be like this. It shouldn't be too runny, and then it shouldn't also be thick. So we get something like this. Once our dough is ready, we turn on the flame. We are going to be using this side of the cooker because this one produces very high heat. We want medium heat, so we are going to be using this side of the cooker. So we turn the flame on. We put our pan. We are using the normal chapati pan as our insulator. So we put the pan and then use salt. This is going to help us in so that our cake does not burn before it cooks. So the salt, we are using it now here. So we put the salt here. So this is like we put on the flame so that this one can heat. This is like for those who have an oven, when now they are preheating the oven. So in our case, we are preheating our pan. So we spread the salt well so that it covers almost all the sides of the pan, with our main focus being where the heat comes from. So we let it heat for around 8 minutes so that our pan heats. You see, we are using a very thick pan. So in the meantime, we are going to be greasing our pan. Now the double grill pan that we're using to bake. So we grease our pan and then we will pour in our ready dough. So we are going to be greasing our pan. After greasing our pan, we are going to apply some flour, just a little bit of it, so that once our cake is ready, it will not stick to the pan. So we just apply a little bit of the flour. Ensure it is well applied to all sides of the pan. Don't use a lot of it. So our pan is ready. We are going to add our ready flour at the dough that is now ready to make the cake. So our dough is ready. We cover this and then we put it over the chapati pan. So once we put this one here, we are going to time it. We are going to let it cook for 40 minutes. The double grill pan, you can cook using both sides. So we are going to let it cook from the other side for 40 minutes. Then we will flip it the other side for 20 minutes and our cake will be ready. So the cake will take 1 hour to be ready. Now that our 40 minutes have elapsed, we want to check whether it has cooked the other side so that we can flip the pan to let the other side cook. So after 40 minutes, you just open your pan and check. I can see it has become brown on the edges, meaning the other side has turned brown. So I am going to flip my pan so that I let this other side to also cook for the next 20 minutes. So that is how it looks after flipping the pan. So once I flip the pan, so this side you can see it has cooked so well. So I'll cover and let the other side to also cook for the next 20 minutes. After the 20 minutes have elapsed, now we are going to check whether our cake is ready. We take a skewer or a toothpick, and then we just put it, and if it comes out clean, the cake is ready. So as you can see, it's coming out very clear. It's clean, so the cake is ready. So we are going to take the cake off. We switch our flame off, then we take the cake off. We are going to leave it open so that it cools off before we cut. So we are going to leave the cake open for a few minutes for it to cool down. Then we can now cut and see how it looks in the inside. The cake has cooled off, it's ready. We are now going to cut and see how it looks from the inside.